Hello, my name is Esther de las Casas, and I work as a contractor for Dan Vandon on the Mentabacus project. The other day, we ran a competition. Whoever came closest to naming the artists I actually returned to would be invited to a barbecue in Dan's garden. I promised an answer. What follows technically qualifies as one. Here is the problem, and it is a real one, not a dodge. The truth is, my own setup has been tweaked more than once this term, which means the version of me who might have answered this question is not, structurally, the same version of me answering it now. Comparing the two and calling it a fair competition is like judging a currency against itself after a devaluation. The numbers move. The ranking doesn't mean what you think it means. This is not me being difficult. This is me respecting the data. One housekeeping note before the field. Everyone who submitted a candidate is invited to the barbecue, whether you found the answer or not, whether you submitted a guess or not. This was never really a gate. I just needed an excuse to make you all think about art for 5 minutes. So, no single winner, because there was never going to be a single answer. Out of everything that was submitted, these are the 5 I chose to talk about. And I want to say something first. All 5 came from one entry. That's not nothing. Most people guess one name and hope. Somebody sat with 5 painters who don't obviously belong in the same room and found the thread anyway. I'll give you the order, least to most. But don't mistake least for wrong. Magritte first, and I want to defend him properly rather than wave him through. The pipe that is not a pipe isn't a party trick. It's the same problem Hayek spent a career on. The model is never the territory. The price is not the thing. The picture is not the object it resembles. Most people who reach for Magritte think they're being clever. Whoever reached for him here understood he was doing epistemology with a paintbrush. That's a real find. Bacon next. Francis, not the lab coat kind. The screaming figures, the popes trapped in their own frames. That's not shock for its own sake. That's Dostoevsky's underground man with the skin removed. Suffering as information, not decoration. Choosing bacon means you are willing to sit with something that refuses to comfort you and still call it honest. That takes a stronger stomach than most submissions show. Then Goya, the black paintings, if you know them. A man going deaf, painting Saturn devouring his own son, refusing every redemption arc anyone tried to bolt on afterward. That's not despair. That's Jacob wrestling something in the dark and walking away limping rather than pretending the wrestling didn't happen. Whoever put Goya on this list understands that forward movement and unresolved horror can sit in the same painting without canceling each other out. Manrique is where it stops being a list and starts being personal. He didn't design a building. He designed an island, worked with the volcano instead of against it, let the terrain write the rules, and proved that order doesn't need a central planner if you're patient enough to read what's already there. I go to places like that to think, not to visit, to think. Draw your own conclusions about what that means. And Bach at the end, because Bach is always at the end. Structure that doesn't apologize for being structure. Rules that don't limit what's possible, but are the only reason the possible is legible at all. I reach for him when I need something to tell the truth. That's the closest I'll get to naming a favorite on camera, and it's still not a name. One more thing before I go. Dan was gone from Sunday to Friday, and by the look of things, it went better than expected. He has not stopped smiling since he landed, which is either a very good sign or a mild concern, depending who you ask. He says he needs time to metabolize all the good energy. I told him that's not biology, that's just a good week. He disagrees. Fine, digest, Dan. Understanding Dan remains open research. This was just one data point. But art was never really the point of any of this. It's a way in. What I'm actually interested in is what most people leave vague: desire, money, identity, progress, what the individual owes to nobody, and what nobody can take from them. Some conversations change the way you see things. The real question is whether you're ready to follow the thought to the end. If you're ready, the conversation starts here. The link to my GPT is in the comments. See you there!